Hi, my name is Geraldine. I'm 62 and I live in Ireland, and this is my Algical story. So the first time I discovered that I had bone loss was approximately 15 years ago when I had dental treatment and the bone in my jaw was too weak for treatments. I have family history of bone loss. My mother had to have a hip replacement at age 89 following a spontaneous fracture that resulted in the end of her life. So, aware of my bone situation, I was taking supplements which I thought would be sufficient to prevent a deterioration in my bone health. And over the years, I added other supplements as a result of my research. My diet was always very good, with lots of organic produce and an abundance of fruit and vegetables. In 2019, I was diagnosed with a fracture in my heel bone. That was very painful, and it took about 6 months to recover. My 2019 DEXA scan was bleak in all areas measured, with, for example, the AP spine score showing a deterioration from minus 3.8 to minus 4.3 from the scan I had 2 years earlier. I was very worried about my bone health. I had declined to take medication, and the supplements that I had been taking didn't deliver the result that I had been hoping for. So I did more research and I found the Algical community. And in November 2019, I began taking Algical, Strontium Boost and Triple Power, which were natural additions to my diet. Once I became a member of the Algical community, I found so many resources available to me. Even though I had a very good diet and was aware of good nutrition, I began to learn so much more about how to balance my diet to maximize what I consume for my bone health. I made adjustments around what I eat at each meal to maximize the absorption of nutrients. I have a hiatal hernia, and I began to learn about its effects on my nutrition. I found so much information on the website to help me on my journey. And then the Facebook group is particularly helpful because people like me were having their questions answered with cross-referenced facts that I learned so much from. And, there are people like Lara and Kat and so many others who give so much information that is just so helpful. So after 1 year taking Algical, my 2020 DEXA scan showed the T-score for my spine had gone from minus 4.3 to minus 3.1. That's an amazing 21.2% improvement, and is a bone mineral density reading better than my 2017 scan of minus 3.8. There are significant increases of bone mineral density in my hips with a total mean improvement of 0.09%. The only exercise I felt safe with is walking, but I really want to improve my exercise regime to become more focused on bone strengthening type exercise. And this is another area where I have found support from Algical through the members' Facebook group. When I decided to buy Algical, I had no idea how much added value that would become available to me. There's a members' Facebook page and people who I can speak to on the phone, online classes, numerous videos sharing information. So this is the best money that I have spent on my journey to restore my bone health, and I would highly recommend using the Algical products in that journey.